people get involved in your campaign. They say, you know what, I love this woman, I love what she's doing, she's fighting for us.
And I expect all of you guys to get involved with conservative media and be heard today, tax day, April 15th, and again, November, when we take this country back from the people that are trying to control you and make this into a socialist state. We're not standing for it. Thank you very much.
These people are speaking it out here. They're letting you know what's going on. And I want to talk about this. I know we're short on time. Now, we can hammer him on a bunch of other stuff, and we will. But I have to defend, you know, my quasi-girlfriend in this race, Elizabeth Emkin, because both David Harmer and his wife Elaine Harmer seem to be calling Elizabeth Emkin a religious bigot. Because Elizabeth Emkin put out a mailer that simply used the quotes to an interview that David Harmer gave himself. Now, I think if anyone is making religion an issue in this race, I think it's David Harmer. And I've said before, I don't think, I'm against discrimination of any type. I don't think anyone should be voting for someone for or against because of religion or race or anything like that. But let's be a real square focus on this. David Harmer has sent out, in his campaign with Elaine Harmer, have sent out several fundraising emails, which we can read from, and I can quote from, and we will, which basically, in my opinion, are calling Elizabeth Emkin a religious bigot because she simply used a quote from that newspaper where he did an interview, right. And we'll talk about that.
Now look, I commented on this last week because I had an issue with something from some slate group called Citizens for Ethics in Government sent out an attack piece that was David Harmer is a Mormon, David Harmer is a Mormon, David Harmer is a Mormon, then a couple of things in the middle, and then at the end David Harmer is a Mormon. I just think that if that's your sole reason for attacking somebody, that's absurd.
Well, you've been in Salt Lake City. I started my radio career in Salt Lake City. I've dated Mormons. I mean, I had a girlfriend last year that was an ex-Mormon. I've known the Marriotts. I know the Nordas. I know. I mean, I am so deep with the Mormons. It's not even funny. I mean, it's not even about that. But I'll tell you this. It's not right for anyone to say, hey, I'm going to vote for you just because you're Mormon, or I'm going to vote against you just because you're Mormon. I don't think it's right for a candidate to maybe be playing the religion card and use their religion, you know, explicitly to their advantage.
That's the question.
That's the question.
Has that been done? And we'll answer that next. This is politics with that.
This is it, baby. This is it. Everyone's so nervous.
And the thing of it is, like people, oh, they don't want to talk about this. This is real talk. This is what talk radio is all about. It's like, dude, look at the Senate race. The Senate race is the real race. Like, the people in this race are such wussies. Like, oh, I don't want to see anything and stuff like that. And now, dude, I love Brad. You know, Emkin's hella cool and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, if you don't say anything and expose this guy, he's gonna win. And that's the problem. And then everyone's like, oh, he's just like Obama. Oh, why we elect him? Who elected him? You voted for him, fools. Because no one wanted to say anything.
All right, welcome back. It's Afternoons Live on KFIV, AM 1360 Modesto. So here's the question, John.
Yeah.
And I need a very short answer.
Gotcha.
Does the fact that you are employed by the Gehring campaign in any way, shape, or form change the facts that Mr. Harmer took, as part of his business, took TARP money, took unemployment money, and, as I might point out, as I did to that candidate, does not live in the 11th district?
No.
It doesn't change those facts at all.
No, not at all. And, you know, Brad or someone could fire me today. It wouldn't matter. I'm for ABH in this race. Anyone but Harmer.
Well, there we have it. So when we get back, we'll continue the... I don't even know what to call this anymore. What did we call this earlier?
This is
Takedown Friday.
This is takedown. This is destruction.
Well, I don't know if it's that.
It's conservative explosion, and it's an entertainment extravaganza on the Dave Diamond Afternoon Live Show.
There you go. We'll be back after Fox News gets you up to date. Don't forget to log on to KFIV 1360.com.
And that's the thing, like you can say bad stuff about Brad and stuff like that, and he'll be like, okay, because he's like a cool dude or whatever like that, and you know what I mean? Or Elizabeth or something like that. You say anything about Harmer, and all of a sudden, boom. It's like a weird freaking. These guys are weird, dude. It's a weird vibe over there. It's a freaky vibe. It's a creepy vibe.
I swear to God, that's the only thing I can come up with is that guy in Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Wasn't his name David?
Yeah, he's just fake as heck with the fake smile and the whole thing. You know?
The fake hair.
The fake everything, bro. It's just so creepy. I mean, you know, look at those statements. What does that mean? American Mormons must hoist the title of liberty. It's his calling, an obligation to call on as a free American Mormon. I don't even know what that means. But does that mean that all Mormons have to run? Does that mean that he represents Mormons? What does that mean? Members of the church. I hope you feel called for public service. Well, why don't you just volunteer at Salvation Army, bro? Why do you have to be a congressperson when the voters keep saying that they don't want you?
Those who travel through this area on their way to Wisconsin,
Understanding that's unique.
Michigan,
really? What about like Muslim voters or Muslim Americans or Jewish Americans or Catholic Americans? If I'm running for Congress, I'm not announcing the Vatican Times. Okay, dude, I'm ready, dude. You know? If I was Muslim, I'm not going to go and announce on Al Jazeera. And guess what? If I had, you know, if I had most of my campaign co-chairs that were Muslim, I mean, again, 2% of California is Mormon. Darn near 2%. This is why I'm shooting full. Darn near almost all of his, a large percentage of his campaign co-chairs are Mormon. He's getting a huge percent. Even Lisa Verbruggen says, you know, he's getting a lot of money from the community. I mean, I expect some, of course. You know, friends and stuff, supporting people. But then, you know, he's the. I mean, again, he's the one making the issue. He's the one making an issue. And don't call Elizabeth Emkin a religious bigot. I mean, I'm down with everyone, man. I'm cool with everyone.
Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool of politics?
I said before.
But I wouldn't ask people to vote for me because I'm Catholic.
Keep that what?
I said I'm down with everybody, but I wouldn't ask for people to vote for me because I'm Catholic. And I wouldn't.
But unfortunately, that's what this is going to do.
But he's the one making it. That's what I think. Look, who does that? Who announces in the Mormon Times? And that's fine, but don't tell me someone else is making religion. You can announce anywhere you want. That's what you want to do, go for it. But don't tell me Elizabeth Emkin is making religion. You know, in other words, you know, if you put it on the table, it's on the table. Again, the only person that religion seems to be important to in this race is David Harmer. I mean, give me a break, you know. I mean, and that's, oh, they're making religion. Because she quoted the Mormon Times underneath the Contra Costa Times on an issue that has nothing to do with religion. It's about how much you're running it everywhere. And if you don't think the Mormon Times is a legitimate paper, why are you talking to them? They're a respected paper. You say the Mormon Times isn't a respected paper? Screw that guy. He's so fake, dude.
As we tread into this next little area,
oh yeah,
I want to be clear about this.
Okay.
I do not consider religion to be the issue.
No, I agree with you.
I do not, and I want to be clear about it. I have said, I am on record saying, anybody that votes for someone because of their religion
or
against them because of their religion is a fool.
Totally agree.
A fool.
And it's wrong.
Well, I mean, it's a free country. You can do it if you want, but
right.
You're stupid if you do.
Right.
So, here's my question to you, and I have in my hands an article from a newspaper.
Correct.
That I'm not going to name yet.
Okay, don't.
Dated December 11th, 2009.
Right.
The newspaper, I will tell you, is published in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Correct.
Walnut Creek, California. Former California 10th Congressional District candidate David J. Harmer said he may run again.
Okay.
But this time it would be for the 11th Congressional District seat.
Oh, I see. The one that he doesn't live in because he likes to run for Congress a lot.
Bingo.
Okay.
Here's where it gets funky. Now, we're one sentence into this thing, and
right, already. Correct.
In the same vein that I firmly believe you should not vote based on, I mean, you can, you know, use religion as your value judgments. That's fine. I certainly use it in mine.
I mean, I'm against discrimination or prejudice, you know, for anything.
Well,
I don't think.
Sure, but I mean, if I've got two equal candidates, I mean, completely equal, straight down the dime.
Got you.
What do I use to decide between the two? One that I know shares my religious values or one that I don't?
Yeah. Well, we all make judgments about things, and a moral component to that is definitely certainly acceptable. I understand what you're saying. Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead.
All right. This article, and I am quoting the article, so don't call me here and say, Dave, you're being biased. No, I'm not.
And I've also will go on record before when I went on your show before and said, you know what, if a candidate was running that was a hardcore Scientologist or a hardcore Satan or something like that, someone in the press might bring that up too. So I mean, let's not act like you know, at some point some things get too extreme. I don't know what that point is. Continue. Sorry.
Harmer said he ran for the 10th district seat. This is a previous run.
I was there, I remember.
Said that he ran for the 10th district seat, which he lost, because he was prompted by the Spirit.
Ah,
said his family is currently studying Captain Moroni and I have no idea if I'm saying that right.
I don't know.
Blah, 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 blah. Freedom is a precondition of everything else God has in his plan.
Okay.
Said running again is a bit like being asked to play the organ at a stake conference.
Okay.
If he declined, he would feel bad, as he believes it's his calling. It's not about me. It's about someone that's strong raising the title of liberty.
Okay.